We are rolling on the 12th of January, and we are about to hear an extemp speech from Elsie on high-speed rail. Not to exceed 7 minutes in length.
Hello, my name is Elsie Soderberg, and as Professor Miller said, I'm going to be talking about high-speed rail and its future in the United States. Now, when I first picked this topic, I knew exactly what I thought. I just came back from studying in London for 3 months. And let me tell you, traveling around Europe by train is really nice. You can get from one place to another super easily. It's quick, you don't need a car. I've also been on the high-speed train in Japan. So smooth, beautiful scenery. It's great. So when I picked this topic, I was thinking for sure we can use a high-speed rail here in the United States. But as I did my research, like Jason, I completely changed my mind on the topic. And I came to think that high-speed rail in Europe is a little bit like the rainforest in South America. It's beautiful and it grows really well there. But try going to a rainforest in California or anywhere in the United States. It's not going to happen. I believe that high-speed rail does not have a future in the United States. And this is meaningful to you guys because we're paying for it. High-speed rail projects are funded by government money. So your tax money is going to a high-speed rail project. It's important to be an educated voter so that you're not taken in by promises of shiny technology and fancy high-speed things that in the big picture are not an actually good idea. So the first reason that I don't think high-speed rail has a future in America is because we are different than Europe and Japan. We're just built differently. A study published in the Public Administration Review conducted by scientists and public policy specialists in 2012 found that the most effective high-speed rail areas were in countries with single central geographic urban centers. So think Tokyo. In Japan, everyone wants to just get to Tokyo. Think France. Everyone wants to get to Paris. But here in the United States, we've got New York, we've got Los Angeles, we're all over the place. That same study found that high-speed rail is most effective over distances between 100 and 500 miles apart. Longer than that, and you might as well take a plane. Shorter than that, and you might as well drive. And the only place that the estimated demand was possibly going to make it cost-effective would be in California. So if it's going to happen anywhere, it might happen here. But we're different for another reason. Our cities are not as dense as cities that high-speed rail has been effective in. Think about how long it takes you to get to LAX. You're going to get a Uber, a Lyft, get a ride from a friend, take how many buses? We're spread out in that way. I've been to Tokyo, and it's great. The subway gets you wherever you need to go. The metro in Paris, also super easy, but we're just not built like that, and that's called the last mile problem. How do you get from the station to your doorstep? The second reason why I don't think that high-speed rail is actually a good idea is because it's very, very costly. That same study found, and this is a quote, "The development of a high-speed rail network entails huge construction and operation costs. In 2008, when California voters first approved it, it was projected to cost $30 billion. It has since increased to $68 billion, which is a lot of money, so I was thinking about how I could get a sense of that. And I read on CNN Money that the average student loan debt is $29,000. So I did the math, and I thought, you can probably pay a couple thousand college students' loans with this money. Actually, you can pay 2,344,187 student loans with the amount of money that's going to high-speed rail. That's a lot of money, just saying. And in California, it's particularly expensive because of the land the government needs to buy. If you pay rent, you know what I mean. It's expensive here. The third reason why I don't think high-speed rail is a good idea is because, technologically speaking, we've kind of missed the bandwagon on this one. The project was approved in 2008, and it's not scheduled to be completed until 2028. That's 20 years of technological development that we're just skipping and missing out on. Take, for example, Elon Musk. Don't know if you've heard of him. Genius man. He has developed plans for this thing called the Hyperloop, and I actually read them. He made them open source, and there's a team at UCLA working on them right now. It's projected to get passengers from San Francisco to Los Angeles in 35 minutes. And the tickets are only supposed to cost $20. So that's even cheaper than a budget ticket if you fly Southwest, which is great. It's also only projected to cost $6 to $10 billion, which is significantly less than a high-speed rail network. Also, Mercedes-Benz, Tesla, and Google are all working on technologies for self-driving cars. And the idea is to integrate those with what we already have in what's called superhighways, a dedicated lane next to, say, Highway 5, where cars with self-driving capabilities just slide on in and go upwards of 150 miles an hour. And this solves the last mile problem. You can get from door to door without having to figure out how to get a bus or another train to wherever you're going. So we have these other technologies that we're just sort of skipping in favor of developing a high-speed rail network. And to put it in perspective for you, the first high-speed rail was built in Japan in 1964. So that's over half a century of technology that we're just kind of saying, no, we'll do it the old way. So, to summarize, the United States is just not built like the countries where high-speed rail has been successful. Also, the costs for us are just too high to outweigh the benefits, even looking in the big picture outside of our lifetime. And especially looking in the big picture outside of our lifetime. Technologically speaking, it doesn't make sense to use what will soon be considered old technology when we're developing things that are much more advanced and much better suited to the lifestyle that we currently have and the transportation systems that are already in place. So my mind was absolutely changed. I thought it would be a great thing. But I soon realized we just shouldn't try and grow a rainforest. Why not look at what we have and see how that can benefit us and stop looking to the past? I don't think the future of transportation in the United States is high-speed rail. We've got better things.
Thank you. Okay, stay up there for some feedback. We do two things. One person says what they like. Let's start here. What'd you like? Stand up for Buddha.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Hey, Jason.
What's your name?
Jason.
Hi, Jason.
I thought your speech was great. I thought it was natural, eye contact, good use of hands, not too much, not too little. You really kept going, not saying almost like I just said about 3, 4. You kind of made it relatable in what's going on in the rest of the world, what's going on here. You made it. I liked your tie-in from your story to the end of your speech. I just thought it was really well done.
Thanks, Jason.
Improvement.
Hi, I'm Brianna.
Hi, Brianna.
I really wanted to talk about how great your speech was.
Well, you can say a couple of sentences, but we're almost out of time.
I'll just give a quick critique. I think that overall the speech was great. I think that instead of doing your movements when you are giving your different points, I think just using more hand gestures would be better, because it sometimes can be distracting if you take an extra step at a point that isn't necessarily new. So that's like something very minor, but just something to think about.
Okay, good. Thank you, Brianna. Yeah. Let's talk about your speech. Let me give you some.
I think someone else.
Oh, no, we only do 2, and then I talk. Because we're at 2 minutes before the class ends. Intro, excellent. You start with the story of traveling in Europe. We grabbed us and drew us in about South America and the rainforest, and that was all good. You introduced the topic clearly with your thesis, your SIG statement. You sold it to the audience, made it significant to them. They're going to pay for it, and in California, they're going to pay big. On your main body, my one quibble is your research was a little singular in what you cited and quoted. I wish you had cited more of what you had in your bibliography, site and date, so we had a sense that you had a bigger range of where you were getting your material from. But you had good analysis about the decentralization. Your second reason about it being extremely costly, it sure is, especially with Jerry Brown trying to, make his legacy with, Paris and climate change, and the train is his last big hurrah. It's kind of sad, really. And there's no one to stand up to him to say no, So, your third reason, I liked the technology. I would have liked a little bit more on the Hyperloop and
It's really cool. I've read it. You should all read it.
its feasibility, etc. Some of your conclusions, Tyvek were excellent. Let me talk about what she was referring to in terms of your moving. Move on your main points as they start. Go to your left,
Okay.
go to your right, all the way over there, and then come back to center on your third point. So move on your main points and then stay still for your final delivery. Let me teach you how to walk. You do not cross your legs. You step in the like that. You don't do that. You step in the direction you're going to move, and then yes, and you never turn your back on the audience. That was a perfect walk. So take 3 steps this way. Now take 5 steps this way. Step right, 2. Your kind of turn, so keep it cheated forward. So go back there and try keep it cheated forward. There to there, and work this side of the room, but still glance at this side of the room, and then 3 steps back, walking and talking to end up in the center in the power stance. As far as stickiness goes, I thought your speech was simple. I would have liked something more unexpected in it. I guess your must stuff and the Hyperloop was somewhat unexpected, so that was good. But always, you want something unexpected that blows your audience's mind is good. More building of the credibility of your evidence. I didn't think you were too abstract. You didn't get into levitation trains or anything weird
Try not to get
like
too
that. No, that was good. And pick up a little on the emotion of it, so you have a little more emotional connection to your audience. But you told good stories, so this speech was pretty sticky. Thank you. Okay, we're out of time, but I will see the people that do not have topics now.
Professor,
Yeah.
can I double check my topic? Sure that
Sure.
I did the right one.
Yeah. Hi. You need a topic.
I do.
Okay.
Wait, we need one from both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either round one or
Sign up.
two round two. Yeah.
My friend's dad
Okay.
from it was one of, he got it like